Welcome back everyone to our channel Masters of Career Guidance. In today's video, we are going to do an interview on various career options available in agriculture and allied courses. And today we have a guest with us with Dr. Zainab Sharif, who has done a PhD in food business management and also holds an MBA in agri business management from Telangana Agricultural University. And she's currently working as a faculty at the Department of Agribusiness Management at CSA Agriculture University. Welcome, Dr. Zainab.
Hello, hi, happy to be here.
Can you just tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, starting with my name, I'm Zainab Sharif. I have done my PhD in food business management from National Institute of Food Technology, which is in Sonipat. And I have done my MBA in agribusiness management, which is from Telangana State University. And currently, I am working as a teaching faculty at CSA Agriculture University. And I have experience of research and academics both, especially related in the field of agribusiness management.
Okay. So we'll just start with your graduation. So we'll just assume that you have done your BPC in your intermediate, and then what is the option you have taken for your graduation? What is the exam which you have taken for that?
After my 10th, I was more inclined towards science, so I went for BPC. So during BPC, even I have prepared for MSET. Now it has been called NEET, right? For the medical.
Yes.
So at that time it was MSET, so I was preparing for medical exam. So I had two options in my mind, whether to go for medicine or for veterinary.
Okay.
Veterinary, right? Yeah. So I gave the exam, and then I got to know about agriculture also. So while I was researching more of the subject, through which I can, by MSET I can go into a different field. So I got to know about agriculture. Then I was specifically inclined towards agribusiness management. There was some new course which was coming up. So this agribusiness management was also one of my options, which I have kept, if not medicine or veterinary. So I have kept an option of agribusiness management. So in that way, through my MSET exam, through my MSET ranking, I have went for the counseling of agriculture, agribusiness management. So the university usually conducts counseling for this agriculture courses separately. Just like for the NEET exam all over India, for the medical counseling, you need to go for the counseling all over India, like you have to opt the colleges. So for agriculture courses also, the universities try to conduct exam. They take out the application for graduation courses. So you need to fill up your ranking, and then based upon that, you'll be called for the counseling. So you have to choose the courses, and there are no particular agriculture courses. There are agriculture and allied courses in agriculture university. For example, it is not only agriculture, but you have horticulture, veterinary sciences also. Now it is with veterinary sciences. Now it has been separated from agriculture university. Earlier it was with the agriculture university. Okay, so agriculture and agri-allied courses were agriculture, horticulture, food technology comes under agriculture, and then they have. If you go to post graduation, there are some specializations in that. So there was one more subject called agribusiness management along with pure agriculture. So I was inclined toward it, and I have opted. I went for the counseling. And, I opted the subject, and I got admission into commercial agriculture business management, which is a 4 years post graduation course. So through this, I have through MSET, I have went for the counseling and then got admission into commercial agriculture business management, which is a 4 year graduate.
It's a graduation course, right? 4 years.
4-year graduation course. Yes.
Right. So what is the general cutoff marks to get admission into a good college or maybe a university?
Right. Uh, so usually in agriculture now there are private colleges which are offering agriculture. Earlier there used to be only government universities. I mean to say there are only government run universities. Now private colleges like Amity universities do offer that. So during my time there was only government colleges which were offering agriculture and allied courses. So when I wrote MSET, to get into agriculture, your ranking should be below 8,000. I'm talking only about MSET. Your ranking should be below 8,000. Sometimes if the competition is tough, your ranking should be below 6,000.
So
usually in medical, yeah.
So it's not that medical, simple, right? It's you still have competition in this one.
Yes, there are a lot of competition because the students from the rural background, they usually opt for agriculture courses. And usually from the urban background, not many of the people used to opt agriculture because the word is kind of different, agriculture. But it is just like what you do MBBS, MBBS for medicine. Okay, you treat the patient. It is like agriculture is medicine for the plants. You treat the plants.
Right.
Okay, so that's kind of view for the urban population, but now it's picking up so fast because more and more people are catching up with new courses are coming up, so people are opting for agriculture. So the competition is really tough to get into agriculture and allied courses. If you ask me personally, that for medical preparation for the NEET exam, for agriculture related exam, how the people prioritize their options. So I would say that according to my knowledge, first the people are preferring medicine, of course, medicine, BDS, veterinary sciences, and then fourth comes is agriculture, allied courses. So there is a huge opportunity in that.
So we can just go ahead to the preparation part. So what is the best method to prepare, or wait the more to focus more on which areas?
Right. So while I was preparing for my entrance exam, MSET exam for medical entrance, there's nothing different kind of subjects you need to prepare. You need to prepare according to your 11th and 12th.
Right.
So based upon the ranking you get, you need to fill up the forms of the agriculture universities, because different agriculture universities have their they'll take out the forms and you need to fill up and you need to go for the counseling. Based upon the counseling, you need to choose the course, whether you want to get into agriculture, horticulture, food technology, or commercial agriculture management.
So basically all these courses, sorry to interrupt you, but like basically all these courses will be coming under the agriculture banner, right?
Right. These are agri and allied courses.
Right.
Agriculture, horticulture, veterinary science, and food technology also comes under agri.
So what will be the general admission procedure? Like every university, they have it in a different way, or what is it? Like the common counseling would be there?
Yeah, there are two types of counseling. One is through ICAR JRF exam. ICAR JRF. ICAR is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. ICAR usually conducts exam to get admission into undergraduate programs across different universities in India. Okay. So one has to write the agriculture JRF exam, which will be completely based upon your 11th and 12th subjects. Okay, so if you write those exams, there will be a ranking. Ranking will come up, and then accordingly the counseling will happen in Delhi, ICR Delhi. Either it is online counseling or offline counseling. I'm not sure about it now, but yeah, through ICR the counseling is being done and admissions are provided based upon your ranking. You have to choose the preference of your university and the course which you want to take admission into, right? So there is an Indian Council of Agricultural Research which conducts exams across agriculture universities, and based upon that ranking counseling will happen, and the students have to choose accordingly. Based upon the ranking, you are given the universities and the courses, and you need to opt from it.
Okay.
And the second method, is some agriculture universities like Telangana State and Agriculture Universities also conduct, take out the forms, counseling form, like admission form, based upon your needs scores also. Like just like MSET, we used to have MSET. So based upon that, you need to fill up the form. There was no entrance exam. You need to fill up the form, and then based upon your ranking, you are called for the counseling.
Right. So is there any other method by which you can get admission, or is it only like you need to write the exams, or is there any other way also?
Yeah, the third way around is now, as I said, now the private universities are also offering agriculture related courses like MIT universities. So they offer 4 years graduation program in agriculture. Okay. So yeah, through management seats, through paid seats also you can get admission into it. But when coming to the fee structure, when you get into any government university, the fee is very, very less when you compare to any private university or private college in agriculture, especially in agriculture. It's far more less. When I was studying, it was around 8,000 per semester. It was just 8,000 per semester in state agriculture universities or any government run agriculture universities. And sometimes, like if through ICR exam, if you are a topper, then even you have the chances of getting scholarship.
Okay. Like one more thing, like what is the maximum number of attempts a student can make, or is there any limit for that? Like for once you're writing the entrance exam, is there any limit about the number of attempts we can make?
No, you can make as many attempts as you want. There's no limit for that.
Okay. So we just quickly go about the preparation method. Is there any book or anything which you will prefer, or any strategy to score marks?
Yeah, there are 3 things you need to keep in mind when you want to opt agriculture as your graduation subject. One is you need to focus more on your botany, which you have studied in 11th and 12th. Second thing, you need to focus more on zoology. Botany is more preferred. Okay, because the entrance exam question is more related to botany, and few are from logical reasoning question, and few would be from general level. So you need to keep updated with your general awareness related to agriculture. What are the schemes are coming up? What are the banks are there in agriculture which are offering loans? So these are some kinds of questions which would be generally asked. So you need to keep updated with these things as far as general awareness is concerned. That's it. And the same common preparation what you do for them, and biology, botany, and zoology are are the more most asked questions comes from these 2 subjects.
So I think we'll just move ahead to your field now. So, what is the challenges you actually face when choosing a different field? I can say, because the norm these days is either you go for MBBS or you go for dental, and the person doesn't get seats. He just or start doing different more attempts, I can say, or they end up doing a BSc or something rather than approaching a agriculture field also, or even veterinary also. So what are the challenges I can say you'll be facing in this field?
Right. So, so as I come from an urban background, and agriculture is mostly opted by rural students. So when I got into this subject, I had little knowledge about it. Like agriculture was a subject, okay, fine, I was interested in, but I had very little knowledge. The challenges which I came across is that there would be a lot of at the starting of this graduation years, there would be a lot of field work. You need to uh, you need to be working on the field. Like
Right.
for sometimes for some subjects like agronomy is there, agronomy, which is required to work you on the field so that you get to know the hands on the on the farm how the work are being done. So they'll make you practice those work. So it is not for entirely for the 4 years, but for 1 2 years for the few subjects you have to be on field and you have to experience that. So that was a kind of challenge, and that was a kind of thing which I came across when someone is from the urban area and who doesn't know what field is, what soil is, what plants are. So it is kind of very new thing. And when you get into agriculture, you completely study botany, and the plant biology, right? As you study human biology, so you need to study the plant biology, the anatomy of plants and everything, starting from just like we study the disease and the precautions or the medicines uh, in MBBS, we have to study the disease, the precautions, and the medicines in plants.
Right.
So
So
it is not that it is easy. So you have to be well versed with the subject.
right.
That, that was the second challenge. And third challenge is that uh, uh, the third challenge for me, what I have experienced was it's not easy. People take agriculture as easy subject, but no, getting the marks, getting healthy marks, first class marks is really difficult in agriculture. So you need to work hard in preparing for the exam. So it is not as easy as any other BSc related subject where you can study and you can get the marks, but it is as tough as medicine. So yeah, so that is one the student should keep that in mind.
Right. So, like, how we actually move ahead? Like, what are the like, how much further up can we reach in this field?
Yeah, there's no limit in that because agriculture is not just restricted to agriculture, but as I said, it has many allied courses. Like you can be in pure agriculture. If I talk about pure agriculture, you can go from agriculture, plant breeding, and MSc in plant breeding, PhD in plant breeding, and then you can be a scientist or a professor, right? And
Right.
if not, you can go into plant genetics in MSc in plant genetics, PhD in plant genetics. Then you can be into research, or you can be a scientist, or you can be a professor in that field. And now, as I have done my master's and my PhD in agribusiness management, so there is a management attached to agriculture. So we study the economics of everything, economics and the management of agriculture, agribusiness activity. So, so in this field, like you can study about if you go for the agriculture, then you can go post graduation for MBA Agribusiness Management and PhD in Agribusiness Management or Food Business Management. And then again, you can be a researcher in this agribusiness management field, or a professor, or any kind of academician, or you can go into, and this is only related to academy. If not, then you can have lot of job opportunities in private sectors, and also in government sectors. Private sectors, like many of the seed companies, fertilizer companies, pesticide companies, they come and opt agriculture students. And if I talk about government jobs, there are a lot of government jobs like agri extension officers, food technology, food safety officers are there, and they are job related to horticulture officers. So these are some government jobs which require the qualification of agriculture and allied courses. So you have both the job opportunities in private and also in government sector. So there's no limit, as I can say.
So what are the other options you have in this particular field? Like what are the different areas you can jump into?
Right. So the different areas which you can jump into is, like, as I said, agriculture is the most basic. Then agribusiness management, which is like management attached with agriculture. And there is one thing called food technology and food business management. Now this is picking up. Food technology and food business management is picking up because now our food processing industry is growing. So agri commodity is getting processed. So there are a lot of jobs and good opportunities are coming in the food sector. Okay, so can I? Can you repeat your question again? I just lost that track.
That's fine. Actually, I was asking, like, what are the other career options we have? Like we can jump into, instead of being in a one agriculture, like what are the different side options we can say related to this field?
Right. So as I was saying, agriculture, agribusiness management, and food technology. Food technology is one more such course which is picking up nowadays. And food technology, in food technology also there are many various courses like food science, uh, food biotechnology, and there is food engineering. So again, there are numerous branches under it, under food technology. So yeah, as you go into higher studies, you can again choose your specific options.
Right. I'll just go to a different question. So what is the experience or any course which a person need to do, so that he can move further ahead in the job, or maybe like further studies? What is any course or any experience which you need to have other than your academic?
Right. Uh, so basically, you need to have 4 years graduation degree if you want to get into any kind of private job or government job related to agriculture. You need to have 4 years of graduation degree. Some of the colleges which offer polytechnic in agriculture, which is 3 years course, I think it will not be applicable to them. But mostly the private companies also do like to prefer a 4 years graduation degree, agriculture degree. So yes, and there's no such kind of experience, but they would look into the kind of degree program, and they would look into from which university you are doing it. The university has to be good enough. Like there are some reputed universities, right?
Right.
So private companies would like to prefer the candidates from reputed agriculture university. So usually ICAR will take out the ranking of different agriculture universities once in 2 years. Yeah, once in 2 years, ICR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, will list out the rankings of different agriculture universities. So based upon that, you can prefer the universities and join the course. Um, yeah, and no, there's no such kind of experience they would look into. Just the course which you are doing, from which university you're doing, and they'll offer you the job positions of sales or marketing or R&D. So yes, these are the three main job criteria they will look.
I think we'll move ahead. Many people will ask, like, what is the salary, or what is the, what is the earnings which is possible for a fresher or maybe an experienced person in this field?
Right. So basically, the starting would be from an executive level, because as one who have done the graduation, the it will be a entry level job. So you will be assigned an executive level position, whether it's in sales department or marketing department. So based upon your performance, one thing is that you can negotiate with the HR. But what till my experience, I got to know that almost all you can expect a 3 to 3.5 lakh per annum as your um, you know what do
Basic
we call
salary,
it,
the
uh,
basic salary,
the cost to company. This is
CTC we call it, yes. The basic,
CTC.
the
Yeah.
package which is there, right?
The package would be around 3 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs for any freshers who start up in private company. Yeah. And if you ask me about government jobs, so yeah, the package is really good, but you need to write some of the government exams in that, and so the salaries are very handsome in that, in government,
Okay.
along with the
So,
designations.
right. So, we'll just ask you, like, do you like the career which you have, or maybe if you like to do something else, what you would say?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I love my career. Like I have started agriculture, which when I got into, I was not very sure of like what are the opportunities it would lead me into. Like the thing was that I was constantly searching for new opportunities. What more? What new I can. So in that way, I have explored many things. Then I was pretty when I got into second year of my agriculture graduation in agriculture, I was pretty satisfied with what I have opted. Because some people will leave agriculture in between and again go and study for the medical entrance exams. But no, if you try to research, if you try to explore the opportunities, talk to your seniors, talk to your professors, start your network, and you can do the research on your own, because there are a lot of data available on the internet also. By that way, you can explore a lot of opportunities. So I was pretty satisfied when I got into second year of my graduation, and I decided to continue with it. And I decided to continue with academics and in research.
So, what would be your advice to the people who want to join in this field?
Yeah, I would like to say that there is a lot of opportunity which is lying in agriculture and allied courses. Don't don't think that only medical entrance is the only option left for you. Uh, medical or BDS is the only thing which will take you to a reputation. No, agriculture and allied courses are also there, which can lead you to an reputed designations in either in government jobs or even in private jobs. But the thing is that you need to work hard for it. You need to work hard. There should be a hard working nature, and you should not leave the things in between. Um, if you don't dislike it, just try to explore what are the things, do you really want to continue or not, because it requires a lot of hard work, whether doing it practically on the field or studying the subjects or writing entrance exam for the higher education or writing job cracking government job exams, for the government job. There requires a lot of hard work in this also, just like as do the hard work for your medical field. So I would like to advise students that to be hardworking if you want to really get into agriculture, and to come with a positive mindset. And there are many opportunities that you can explore in this area. Yeah.
Right. Then it's really nice speaking with you. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our viewers?
Right. So I guess if you have any doubts regarding agriculture, um, you can just drop a comment on the comment section box, and we will try to answer it, clarify your doubts. So yeah, I would again like to say that there's lots of opportunities lying in agriculture and allied fields. So as the world is growing, you need to grow and divert your field from the basic subject. So yes, try to explore the opportunities and try to opt new subjects. It would be really useful. It would be useful for you in your professionally, personally, and also it would add up something for the society. Right?
All right. Thank you so much. It was really nice having you on board. Like if you have any doubt, we'll just contact you on that. If it's okay with you, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, then everyone. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our channel, Masters of Career Guidance. Have a great day. Thank you.